What happened while we were away, brought to you by It's War After All, I guess. A subtle new talking point went out from the White House late last week. Here's House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer talking about the conflict in Ukraine.
As I told you, Code Point is now sending 80%, reversing Asia supply to European supply because they need it because we're at war.
And here's now former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki on Friday.
Clarification, it's not the White House's belief that we're at war or we're engaged in any kind of conflict.
I think I did not see the full context of his comments. But obviously, the U.S. has a stake in, given the amount of military, humanitarian, economic assistance we've provided. And as I've said before, of course, the Ukrainians deserve the greatest accolades for their bravery and their courage. But the American people also deserve a lot of gratitude for their sacrifices and their support of this war.
So I guess we're just in a war now with Russia. Sweet. Moving on, Congressman John McCain with an eye patch went on Fox News to say your baby can go straight to hell.
But there's some bad arguments, too. People are saying, well, we can't put baby formula on our shelves, but we're sending money to Ukrainians. And my response to that is, you know how much baby formula you can buy with $40 billion? None. None, because it's not a money issue, it's a manufacturing issue.
In Pennsylvania, GOP Senate candidate Kathy Barnett picked up some key endorsements recently, including gubernatorial candidate Doug Mastriano, who himself was just endorsed by Donald Trump. Kamalablity Gook update.
That is especially true when it comes to the climate crisis, which is why we will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work, operating from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together on to galvanize global action.
Dr. Anthony Fauci was interviewed by a Detroit, Michigan TV station recently when he was asked about his many flip-flops.
Yeah, what I can say, it's a good thing I have flip-flopped. And the reason is because science and the evolution of this outbreak changes.
Aaron's razor update at a pro-baby killing rally in Phoenix yesterday. One attendee held up a sign that read, "Fetus equals good snack." Groomer update. Do you remember this person from a few months ago?
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors.
That person's name is Alan Walker, and she was forced to resign from Old Dominion University after that video went viral. Now, she's been hired by Johns Hopkins University to work in that institution's Center for Preventing Child Sex Abuse. After seeing firsthand what happens when you allow your company to be bullied by the woke mob, Netflix is now setting down a marker, releasing a new culture memo for the company. Part of this memo includes language forcing its employees to work with and around content they deem offensive, says if they don't like it, they can leave, and reportedly fired the employee who led a walkout last year over the company's release of a Dave Chappelle comedy special. At Disney, according to political strategist Giancarlo Sopo, last year their favorability rating with the general public was at plus 56, 77 favorable, 21 unfavorable. This year, they're at plus 3, 33 to 30. Yikes. And finally this from the Babylon Bee. Jen Psaki steps down as White House press secretary to take position as the mouth of Sauron. And that's what happened while we were away.